Where did all your money go? Sales are great, margins are fine, inventories are in line, and overhead is under control, but I can't make payroll this Friday. What is going on? Have you checked your receivables? You know, that loan you are making to hundreds of your customers, are they paying you back on time? Hi, I'm Randy Kirk, and you are watching Small Business Daily. And today we are going to get into the details of how to manage your receivables. At the end of this episode, we are going to talk about how to deal with those maddening past 90-day situations. They're so difficult and can really hurt your business. But here is what you want to take away from our time together today. If you stay on top of your receivables, it is possible that you'll almost never have heart-stopping old debt. I have been there, done that. I've had major national companies stiff me for six figures. It can threaten the very existence of your company. Where does debt collection start? With great credit analysis and decision making. When do you do that analysis? In the beginning and constantly. The financial condition of every company is always in flux. Therefore, you need to be sure you are vigilant about the realities on the ground right now. Well, it begins with the credit check. Get credit information on everyone who you sell on terms or even accept payment after delivery by COD check. But you are not going to do the same credit check as everyone else. You are going to ask for 5 references, not 3. Everyone has 3 customers that will say nice things about their credit worthiness. It's much harder to come up with 5. Your credit department actually is going to call all 5. Many companies think it is good enough that they are supplied the names. Not you. You want to know not only their current payment pattern, but also if there's ever been any difficulty getting paid. Of course, you want their banking information. And you want a person to speak with at their bank about their account. For larger accounts, you may want to check the following. Their Dun & Bradstreet number. They're the largest business credit reporting agency with over 70 million business credit listings. Or you could use Equifax, Small Business Enterprise. They have credit evaluations for over 22 million small business and corporations. You can also try Experian, Smart Business Reporting. They provide access to credit reports on over 27 million US businesses. Individual reports from these agencies will run anywhere from $29 to $99, or you can reduce the cost by buying programs. Some industries have credit reporting. Check with your association to see if that is one of the services that they offer. If the amount that you're trying to get credit approval on is large, you may want to see financial information such as income statements and balance sheets. After you've completed your review and you're not comfortable providing the credit line desired by the account, you can potentially do so through having a personal guarantee from the owner or owners. Now that you've established a credit line, it is critical that you enforce it. Additional analysis needs to take place for any increases in that line. It is definitely not advisable to merely increase the line based on a good payment history with you over some period of time. While they're paying you on time, they might be paying others very poorly. Finally, create a system in your organization for periodic reviews of all accounts above a certain dollar amount. What about collections? I pay my utility bills on time, so imagine my shock when the city sent me a late payment notice by email, text, and mail. I checked my auto pay system and the payment was made. I called and they had received it 2 days late. Not my fault, but the fault of the bill pay system I was using. However, the lesson here is that they sent out a late payment notice 2 days after the amount is due and it wasn't tendered. There's absolutely nothing wrong with automatically sending out reminders 5 days before due. There's nothing wrong with sending out a quick notice 2 days after, just like that utility company. In fact, there's everything right about it. Here is a maxim you should write on your bathroom mirror and memorize. Every invoice that is paid on time will never be in the 90-day past due column. The best collection effort is the earliest collection effort. And if you don't get paid after that 2-day late notice goes out, your bookkeeping department should go into collection mode. Of course, you don't want to make your clients mad, so you should create scripts for each phone call. 5 days? How's this? Hey, Brian, just calling to make sure you folks received invoice 4553. You always pay on time, so we figured we must have messed up getting the invoice to you. Do you need us to email over another copy? How about this at 15 days? It might be time to get a little more blunt. Hey, Brian, my bosses are asking for a definite date for payment. Are you going to be able to do that? Also, can we discuss your current open account status? Is this a temporary problem or something long-term? We want you as a customer, but we don't want to be stupid. How about this one for 30 days past due? You should already be having this conversation. Hey, Brian, we've had a couple of conversations about invoice 4553. Can I get a status on payment? I'm happy to take your debit or credit card over the phone, or you can email me or text a copy of the check front and back. At 45 days, I generally like to turn really soft. Hey, Brian, we've got that outstanding item and it's now 45 days past due. Is there anything I can do to help? I've been in cash flow hell a few times. How can we work together to get this resolved? Of course, it's common for companies to send in a new order even when they're running late on payment. This gives you an obvious reason to make a call. Hey, Brian, we got a new order in today. If you can assure me that this is not going to be a problem in the future, I can keep you an open account for the new order if I can get payment today. If the customer makes it clear that there is a long-term problem and that there's a serious question about you're getting paid anytime soon, you might try a few things. 1, immediately offer a discount for payment today and a switch to COD in advance. 2, offer to ship any open order COD in advance plus 20% of the outstanding amount. 3, ask if the company would be willing to sell a UCC1 for the outstanding amount. This would put you in first place in case of any kind of bankruptcy. 4, offer to take back product as a credit against outstanding amounts. And 5, offer to take back other assets as a credit. 6, begin a lawsuit immediately. Collection agencies are just not very useful at this point. As the owner, how do you monitor collections? The best way is to receive a regular report giving you the average days to collect, the percent and dollar amounts of accounts over 90 days, and the amounts over 60 days. You might also set up alarms. If total dollars over 90 days reaches X dollars, then you need to be notified. If average days to collect goes above 42 days or some other number, you get a report. Some bookkeeping systems are set up to generate these reports automatically. Almost every company takes their eye off the ball regarding credit and collections at some point. Most often, this occurs when the companies and the economy, everything's going great, and the average days to collect is at a record low. But recessions happen. Sometimes they're national, sometimes they're regional, sometimes they're just in your industry or in your local town. When they happen, there can be a very rapid increase in your days to collect. This calls for a company-wide emergency response. Great companies have been brought to their knees when sales and collections dry up at the same time. You need to be the fastest company to start collecting so you are first to get paid. Every single day is critical in any time of economic slowdown. The bottom line, if you are going to loan money to your clients through accounts receivable, or even if you're going to trust them to send you a check that you won't be able to clear until after the goods are in the customer's hands, then you need to be as vigilant as a bank in making a decision to extend credit. Once you've extended credit, you need someone who has the task of collecting that money, and they need to have clear guidelines and authority to exercise that vigilance. I hope this helps. This is Randy Kirk at Small Business Daily, and we'll see you next time.